We are a country with religious beliefs, so I want to kindly request that we observe a minute of silent prayers so that we invite the presence of the Almighty as the key driver of this particular occasion, please. Amen. Amen. Thank you very much. So I have a very quick and very short task in this particular event. So I don't know if there is anyone out of the room, please. We want to see everyone, and for those of us seated at the back, please let's occupy the front seats. Please. Okay? So, having said that, I have the honor to pass on the mic to our able moderator for this session. She is no other person other than our diligent Director General of Sierra Leone Broadcasting Service, Madam Josephine Kamara. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Good morning, everyone. If I say go, you say circular. Go. Circular. Go. Circular. So, just a point of correction. For those of us who are probably 50 years and above, we still call that place the Sierra Leone Broadcasting Service. But if you're a Gen Z, it's the Sierra Leone Broadcasting what? Corporation. Ali, I know you're 35. Good morning, government ministers present here and those that we are expecting to this important event, heads of government agencies, departments that are represented here, development partners present, private sector leaders, I know you're all in this room, civil society representatives, students, I see them here, my colleagues, members of the media, you are here, distinguished guests, good morning. Go. Sakura. Oh, that wasn't vibrant enough. Go. Sakura. Okay. All right. I know what will spore you, but let me give my welcome remarks, and then I'll ask you to do something that will spore you into shouting, go circular, just like Mr. Ali Jala just did. So it's my honor to welcome you to this official launch of the Go Circular Week 2025 under the theme, Our Beach, Our Environment, Our Responsibility. Our beach, or maybe beaches, because we have plenty in this country, our environment, and what our responsibilities as citizens are to both our beaches and our environments. It's Go Circular Sierra Leone, or Salon 2025. Today we are gathered here as policymakers. We are also here as industry leaders and advocates to advance Sierra Leone's circular economy in plastics for sustainable tourism and economic development. The word is on sustainable tourism and economic development. I was listening to the Gambian High Commissioner to Sierra Leone yesterday, when she talked about celebrating the Gambia's independence. Gambia basically has nothing apart from peanuts. And what they have latched onto is the blue economy, the tourism part of their blue economy. And that is what is building their economy. We have better beaches, we have better landmarks, we have better fauna and flora in this country, and we have not taken advantage of those opportunities. The goal of this program is to try to protect those opportunities. If not now for us, but for the generations that are coming after us. So this event marks a very key step in our collective responsibility to protect our environment and transition us towards a sustainable circular economy. We are going to set the tone, but I want us all to pause for a minute. We're going to have this as a very informal session. Go grab your breakfast. Breakfast is served outside. Pick up your breakfast, come, let's sit and have a conversation. So we're going to pause, and then I'll invite keynote speakers who will come in today, who are represented from different government ministries and sectors in this country, to come and deliberate on the reasons why we're here this morning, this afternoon, and hopefully tomorrow all day. So thank you very much. Let's do this in maybe 30 minutes or less. So just go grab your breakfast. Less, 15 minutes. 15 minutes. Just go grab your breakfast, come back. Don't eat outside. Take something, come back, and come and eat. If you walk out that door, the main door, and go down the hallway, breakfast is served. Students, you can do that as well. 15 minutes, I'm timing. In this country. Let me welcome the Ministry of Tourism and Cultural Affairs, represented here today by the Deputy Minister for that ministry, Madam Khadija Kamara, to give her opening statement. Madam Kamara. Let's put our hands together for her.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, colleague ministers, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. We were welcomed this morning by a slogan that says, go and you will say circular. So I come from tourism, and so tourism, we do have our language. As a matter of fact, we had one last year, and this one we have. And so I'm going to teach you that, and we are going to greet ourselves that way, as I'm here representing the Ministry of Tourism and Cultural Affairs. Tourism business. Tourism business. But inside this year, 2025, now ecotourism, now we do. So I want to ask you a question. Are you eco-conscious? Yeah. You sure say you eco-conscious? Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, colleague ministers, it is a great honor to be with you today as we gather for this important event under the theme, Our Beaches, Our Environment, Our Responsibility, Go Circular Salon. This is not just a slogan, but it's something that should be a part of each and every one of us. Because as Sierra Leone, what we really have is our beaches. And if we don't sell that, and if we don't know the importance of what we have, then what's the essence of having sledding supporting us? Because then it will tell us in a waste of time. So this event is as important as every other event that we've started with this year, if not the most important. Because in every country where you find yourself, the face of that country is tourism. And so I am very much humbled as the Deputy Minister of Tourism and Cultural Affairs on behalf of my boss, who is unavoidably absent due to another government assignment. I am deeply aware of the incredible value that our natural landscapes, particularly our beaches, hold for Sierra Leone. Not only are they integral to our cultural heritage, but they also support our tourism industry. They provide livelihood for countless families and play a vital role in our economy. So you see how important this is? We all know that our beaches, our environment, face significant challenges. It's not easy. Where you dey pass, you dey waka, you dey see dirty, you dey see plastic. It's not easy. Pollution, waste, and the depletion of natural resources threaten the very ecosystem that sustains us. But there is hope, and the hope starts now, it starts today. The hope is, and the hope lies between you and I, to play this pivotal role in embracing the circular economy. Sierra Leone has a large vast of young people from ages 14. I go down to 11 because my daughter is one of them, that are creatives in this country, that know how to use plastic, rice bag, like what I'm wearing is a pant but has rice bag, seashells. They say, "Lo, go circular now." And so we have a large number of young people, boys, girls, our mothers, aunties, even the men, that can use tires, shred these tires, melt them, and turn them to rooftops, turn them into chairs, turn them into beautiful artifacts. So, like I said, today is the most important day for me, because this is what I do. Apart from my position as a Deputy Minister of Tourism, I'm also a creative. And so I am just right where I belong. And so this is very, very passionate for me. The circular economy calls us to rethink how we use and manage our resources by reducing waste, reusing materials, and regenerating our environment. It is a sustainable approach that can help and protect us and this beautiful land and our beaches. Ensure cleaner communities. Where you see somebody eating up the peace, they say, but I'm not peace day. Tourism starts with you from home. You keep your compound clean, your houses clean, extend it to the communities, to the beaches. So when tourists then they come, they're not going to go say, Sierra Leone is beautiful but too dirty, with plastic cans all over the place. And create opportunities for growth that benefits each and everyone. You ought to understand that you as the student, you're not here because we want to fill the benches. You play an integral role in making sure that we keep the streets clean, we keep our beaches clean, and you are brand ambassadors to go out there and spread the message that we are preaching here. Today, as we explore ways to go circular, we are not just enforcing preserving our environment, we are also building a sustainable future for tourism and for Sierra Leone's economic prosperity. It is a collective responsibility to safeguard these natural treasures for generations to come. Like I said, Sierra Leone has lost 2 generations already. If we lose the 3rd one, there's not going to be anything. And so, if we leave here with nothing, let us have the mindset of holding ourselves accountable, responsible, and being present for what happens in our environment and our communities. I encourage all of us to engage in this dialogue with passion, creativity, as we work together to build a circular economy that benefits both our environment and the people. I am standing here today representing 3 generations. My mother is here, she's a creative. She taught me, and now I passed it on to my daughter. So when we are done here today, do not hesitate to stop by my table to see the work that we have done, that my 12-year-old has done, that my 8-year-olds are doing, to let you know that each and every one is important. Is each one teach one, each one love one, each one support one, each one go ecotourism. I thank you.
Thank you very much, Madam Deputy Minister, for that stark reminder of what we should do with our environment through ecotourism. Think about it. When you drop that plastic waste on the beach or in your backyard, think what happens to it. It's not like dropping food waste or paper waste, which can decompose. Who knows how long it will take for plastic waste to decompose? I'm not talking about the experts here. Students?
Over 100 years.
Okay, over 100 years. Anybody else? The experts say it takes about 500 years. So over 100 years, some of us may be fortunate to live 100 plus years or close to 100 years to see. So it's over, it can get up to 500 years for plastic waste to decompose. So we people that maybe don't put plastic waste, now gone. That's 5 generations to be precise. Are there 5 generations here? Unless if you started giving birth at 9 or 8 years old, and your children, your great-great-great-great-grandma is still alive, and your children are still alive. So, thank you, Madam Deputy Minister, for reminding us about those impact, the negative impact of destroying our environment and by extension, our ecosystem. I would now like to call on another distinguished personality from the Ministry of Finance to come and give us an opening statement as well. That's our Deputy Minister 2 from the Ministry of Finance, Minister Bakari Kalaka. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. Permit me to stand on existing protocols. I'm delighted to be here because I'm the chairman of the steering committee of SLADEC, and I've seen SLADEC grow over the period. It pains me because I think we are closing the project, but I'm optimistic with the leadership of the Ministry of Finance. We will find creative way to support this great achievement that has been done by SLADEC. And today is not an ordinary day. And as the Ministry of Finance, Go Circular is a critical aspect in our cost strategy. And what we do at the Ministry of Finance is to see how we integrate some of these policy directives to ensure we improve on governance, we improve on private sector participation. And we have been encouraging the private sector, particularly the waste management, to our incentives, our fiscal incentive. And I can say today we have a lot of industries that are working within this context. As a progressive ministry, we have a lot of incentives to support the recycling process. And just today, I can tell you, immediately after this program, I'm going to support a recycling company. They are launching their factory. And I hope that private sector people will look at opportunities, how we can make use of some of this initiative and how we can access funds. About 3 years ago, I was fortunate to be in Finland, and we see a lot of companies using the Go Circular methodology. Companies like Rainforest, companies like Mayo, they are recycling the trees, grow new trees. At the end of the day, they sell it into cardboard and do a whole process. So for me, it's a wake-up call. It's a wake-up call for the private sector to ensure that we push on this particular sector. Let us improve our environment. Without the environment, it's going to be difficult. Even within the context of the World Bank today, there is no project that doesn't have sustainability framework surrounded in it. The environmental, social, and governance. So I want to encourage private sector people to dip in more. And I know there are players like the Invest Salon that are talking about sustainability in terms of improving your business. That's the key. If you want to raise funds today, without sustainability, without protecting the environment, it's going to be difficult. So I believe that this forum will create a platform. It's a wake-up call for all of us. Within the tourism sector, definitely, we have seen what is happening in the beaches. Yesterday night, fortunately for me, my son is currently in Ghana. So last week they went on a tour in terms of this recycling issue. So I called him and said, what did you guys discuss? He said, Dad, he said there are a lot of damages in the environment by the way we use our behavior. So I want to implore all of us today to ensure we behave with the environment. If we behave bad with the environment, it's going to affect us. Let us ensure in our day-to-day activities, let's ensure that we protect the environment, because without the environment, it's going to be difficult for us. So I want to leave this podium with an assurance that the Ministry of Finance stands ready at any point in time to support whatever initiative that can support sustainability around the recycling process. I thank you.
Thank you very much, Deputy Minister Kaloko, for that commitment. When the Ministry of Finance says they are interested in something, it's a policy statement. I take it to mean that. So we just had a policy statement here. And this specific focus was really to private sector partners. So if you're a private sector operator or leader in this room today, please take advantage of that pronouncement that the Deputy Minister too has made. It's about opportunities, opening opportunities for private sector partners. It's also about sustainable growth. When the finance minister speaks, it's about economic growth. We want this country to move from where it is. We want this country to move from where it is. And the responsibility rests not with the government, but with each and every one of us in this room, as well as millions of others who are watching or listening on radio and television. On that note, I would like to call our next speaker from the Sierra Leone Economic and Diversification Project, led in the person of Ms. Mary Jallo, to come and give us a statement. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. Thank you for that introduction, and it's an honor to follow my Honorable Minister who supervises this project. So if you're doubting the Ministry of Finance commitment to the sector, some of you have seen that demonstrated through the SLEDEP project, and I'm happy I can see some familiar faces here in the room. So my minister doesn't only speak, but we have demonstrated that. So ministers of government, members of the diplomatic and consular corps, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, students from our various schools, welcome to this launch of the 2025 Go Circular. I'm excited because on this day last year, this very day, the 20th of February, we stood on the beach and the ministers of environment and tourism and cultural affairs pledged to commemorate the 20th of February as Go Circular Day in Sierra Leone. And I'm happy that we have kept to that pledge, and we're here today on this very day to go circular again. So when I say go, you say? Circular. Go? Circular. This is the first of such commitments in our collective efforts to strengthen circularity and the circular economy, reduce the use of single-use plastics in our communities, and generally promote environmental sustainability for meaningful growth and development. If you're doubting why this commitment was made, let me share some data with you. 130,000 tons of plastics waste is generated in Sierra Leone each year. Only 7,200 tons are properly disposed of. The tourism sector alone uses about 42 million pieces of single-use plastics every year, and only 6% of single-use plastics are properly recycled. Where do you think they end up? They end up as waste in our environment, and in most cases our beaches. So to what the Deputy Minister of Tourism was saying, we are not only risking our environment, we're also risking our livelihoods. Because I've just been told by the Deputy Minister of Fisheries that there is a significant number of fishing spaces that have been impacted by plastics. So if you hear the Ministry of Fisheries closing down fishing for a month, it could be due to your plastic that you're dropping in the ocean, or you're dropping somewhere that ends up affecting the fish catch. So we all have to be very conscious of some of these impacts. Therefore, in an effort to tackle this problem, ProBlue through the World Bank supported the implementation of the ProBlue project in 2021 as a sub-project under the Sierra Leone Economic Diversification Project. The first phase of the project focused on identifying the sources of plastic waste and developing a circular economy for plastics. This overarching goal is to reduce plastic pollution through the promotion of circularity, which guarantees job creation, revenue generation, innovation, and skills development, with the potential to trigger rapid development in good sectors such as tourism and trade. But more importantly, the initiative reduces plastic pollution, protects marine life, and promotes general health of citizens. Since Go Circular initiative was launched in 2024, SLEDEP has given its unwavering support to all program activities under the initiative. This is because it's at the core of our objective to facilitate investment, SME growth, and entrepreneurship in non-mining productive sectors. Therefore, promoting circularity and circular economy is crucial to achieving our project development objective. I'm sure most of you have heard about SLEDEP, and I'm happy to see that some of our businesses are in the room. We can confirm that we have supported under our sub-components 2.2, 120 businesses with technical assistance, and we had disbursed matching grant financing of about 3 million to 102 qualified businesses. In 2023-2024, to strengthen our intervention in circular economy, a cohort of circular businesses was accelerated and provided with matching grant financing. This was a deliberate intervention given the potential of the circular businesses in profiling innovative solutions in transforming waste into viable commodities, thereby creating an emergence of a circular economy in Sierra Leone. My minister just mentioned the project is due to close this year. So as we close beyond the project, we want the government of Sierra Leone through the Ministries of Environment and Tourism and Cultural Affairs to own the initiative and to ensure that Sierra Leone reaps the enormous benefits of circularity. At this juncture, ladies and gentlemen, please allow me to express our profound gratitude to the two ministers, female ministers, who have championed Sierra Leone circularity efforts since the initiative was launched. But, sorry? Oh, the ministers, please. Minister of Tourism, please stand, Deputy Minister. But most importantly, if Sierra Leone is to successfully tackle plastic pollution, we need the private sector. As my minister just said, we need the private sector to be innovative and resilient in pursuing solutions that would promote plastic circularity. In the next 7 days, I said we launch Go Circular, but it's a Go Circular week. So in the next 7 days, SLEDEP will work closely with the technical team of the Go Circular initiative to implement various activities that are geared towards achieving mutual objective of promoting circularity, creating jobs, enhancing innovation, and developing and strengthening the circular economy. I therefore welcome you all as stakeholders in Sierra Leone's journey to plastic circularity, to the launch of Go Circular Week 2025, an important initiative in our collective journey towards a sustainable and resilient Sierra Leone. I thank you all, and when I say go, thank you.
Thank you very much, Madam Mary Challo. Go. Go. That's good. Thank you very much, Madam Mary Jalla, for reminding us another, giving us another stark reminder. The ministry does not just talk, they walk as well. Talk and walk, they walk. The plea here was to the private sector to be innovative and creative. If we don't have creative minds, SLEDEP will not exist, because we're engaging them through your creativity to bring projects like these. The government cannot do everything. Who is the government, first of all? I think we are all. So when people can sit down and say, government not do this, government not do that. Who is the government? Government's not saying they tell you, say, go put trusses, go tina by that fence, that woman in fence, and peace day. I'm going to be as broad as this. Now you self make that decision there for yourself, right? So it's all of our responsibilities. If I want to clean my backyard, and every day I wake up, I clean it myself, and then in the afternoon, someone clean salon, go take trash, when I buy plastic, then put on my backyard. Not to government, though. Now we self, the real environment. So I just wanted to bring that up before I call on the supporters of this event today, the World Bank. And we have a representative here who is going to make a statement. I'd like to invite the World Bank Group in the person of Madame Louise Twinningworth to come up here and give a statement. Thank you. You come out all the way from New York? Yeah? You want to Creole to we?
Thank you so much. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. I am just so delighted to be here today. Like Mary said, when we did this a year ago, and when the Minister of Tourism and Cultural Affairs declared the 20th of February Go Circular Day, we didn't really expect to be here again this year. I'm so very pleased we are. When it's not just a day, it's a whole week. So thank you for being here today. On behalf of the World Bank, and I'm representing today our country manager, Abdul Mwonge, who unfortunately couldn't be with us today. It's really an honor. Allow me to stand on existing protocols, ladies and gentlemen. Today, the second Go Circular Week in Sierra Leone. It's just been 3 years since the diagnostic that Mary said, where we really crunched the numbers. How much plastic is collected here, right? How much is used? How much is disposed of? And that, I have to give a lot of credit to the Ministry of Finance. they used that data. It wasn't just a report that sat on the shelf. It was really a wake-up call, right? We have to do something. This is serious. And that was the start of this journey that now so many of you have joined. It's not just a day or a week. It's now a movement, right? So, and you're all part of it, all of you. So thank you. This initiative, I think, has been really a significant step forward in some of our efforts to promote sustainability and innovation, using and reusing single-use plastic, particularly within the tourism sector and beyond. So, as we sit here today, I think we're really reminded of some of the serious environmental challenges that face the entire world, and particularly Sierra Leone. Climate change. I'll mention a few that are particularly severe at the moment in Sierra Leone. Deforestation, sand mining, and plastic pollution. These really are the big four. The World Bank is committed to supporting initiatives that support sustainable development and environmental stewardship. So this Go Circular Week is really a testament to our commitment. We are very glad today to have the support of ProBlue enabling us to do this. So Sierra Leone really has the potential to lead, not just follow, in the fight against plastic. By embracing circular economy, it's not just banning items, it's creating a new economy, right? Creating jobs out of waste, turning waste into wealth, supporting local businesses and contributing to the local economic development. See these, for instance, made by the Deputy Minister of Tourism's own family. Coke cans, the tops of Coke cans, and recycled textiles, creating new products. So we can create wealth out of waste. In the tourism industry, of course, the environment is central. They are the endowments for an ecotourism destination. And it's particularly important this year because the Ministry of Tourism and Cultural Affairs has declared this year the year of ecotourism, 2025. What do ecotourists do? They enjoy nature. You can't enjoy nature when it's full of plastic and when the trees are burning and when the sand is being taken from the beaches. It's not going to work, right? So we all have to fight to protect this asset. Clean beaches and a pristine environment are essential for attracting tourists. I saw a transformation yesterday. When I arrived yesterday morning in Mahera Beach, it was completely covered in plastic. It is the worst plastic pollution I've ever seen in my entire life. I couldn't take one step without standing on a plastic bottle or a plastic bottle top or falling over something that was made of plastic. Within 6 hours, that beach looked like paradise. I don't know if you saw some of the photos that I took that were up earlier. It was a transformation. It was from hell to paradise in 6 hours, and thank you to Premier Environmental Solutions. That was the private sector and the community that did that in partnership. That was not the government. And you know what? The community was paid per kilogram of plastic collected. That is a sustainable model. It's not a cleanup model. It's a sustainable private sector solution, and we can scale it. So this week depends on you, the stakeholders, not just government, but the private sector, civil society, and of course the international community is behind you. But really, it's about every small action counting. You know, I joined this project years ago. I live, as the moderator said, in New York. I live in the borough of Brooklyn, right? And we also have waste. We had Adopt a Street campaign. I adopt my street, right? So I took it as my responsibility to make sure that street was clean when I walk my dog in the morning. No? Why not? Adopt your own street. You don't need an order to tell you to do this. You don't need a regulation. You don't need the police coming and saying you have to clean your street. It's every action that we take that can make a difference, right? And of course, try not to use the stuff that ends up on the street. But if someone else is using it, right, say no to the straw, say no to the bag. But if someone else throws it down, try and be part of the solution. So thank you. We have a lot of activities this week. I wish you all a very successful Go Circular week, and thank you for being here today. Thank you to the Deputy Minister of Environment, the Ministry of Tourism and Cultural Affairs. The National Tourist Board has been supportive of a lot of our efforts. And of course the organisers, I don't know where you are, but you're busy. Amira, Ali is waving vigorously over there. They've been working tirelessly for the last 6 weeks to put this together. Thank you all. Go!
Itoko. Let's see. But what me really get out of that is the fact that this is everyone's business. I think each speaker has basically told us that this is not a one-man business. We all get roles to play. And it starts at the grassroots, with community. Just like I say, if me go take broom and sweep me compound of front me gate, then by early morning, somebody he come to it, waiting on me responsibility, or the neighbor who was watching that person. You know, go say, not to be business, after not to be person, not to be gate. So it is everyone's responsibility. It's like when we were growing up, if I do something really bad, and my parents are not home, my neighbors see it, or my auntie who's an adult neighbor sees me doing it, they'll beat me up. And when my mom comes back, she will also add up to that beating, right? So it's everyone's responsibility. This is a global village. It's not just that one street where you live. That is a global village. So thank you very much, Madam Louise Twilling-Ward, for reminding us that ecotourism, cleaning our environment, is everyone's business. There are implications, of course, not just the creation of wealth, but even for our own health and well-being. Where you put plastic like one mosquito, they can breathe, and not to dirty water or clean water, and they mosquito they can breathe. Then they egg, and that mosquito they, na inge for. Then some of them mosquito they carry the malaria parasites, right? I make malaria bacuna this comes here. Fly go can sit on it, and that fly they grab, they go sit on by your food or you want to eat you do. Then we still get. There's a new coinage of disease that has been created in Sierra Leone. It's called typhoid malaria. When I was growing up, I didn't know about that. I knew about typhoid, I knew about malaria, but now the thing don't mutate. You don't call itself typhoid malaria. Not so. As you sick, let's say you get typhoid malaria. Anyway, let's take a moment now and reflect on the journey so far with a short video highlighting the key moments from Go Circular Week 2024. Is the video ready?
The government of Sierra Leone and the World Bank ProBlue are focusing on the opportunity to reduce single-use plastics as a complementary approach to recycling.
We all recognize the challenge before us, that climate change is affecting the ways we live. And managing the planet's path requires that we have to do things differently.
What we want to achieve in this week is to have every one of us here go spread a message, and for people that are listening to us, to become in our country should stop.
My ministry is very much committed to this drive, as in order to solve the plastic crisis and ensure sustainable development while protecting human and planetary health, stakeholders throughout the whole plastic value chain must collaborate, and together we will succeed.
At this juncture, I hereby declare the inaugural Go Circular Week open. May I respectfully invite you all to stand for the plastic reduction pledge. Go Circular! Go Circular!
Akaya today, I can clean the beach because the only beach there is not fine. Some man then and they take rubber, plastic, then when they make their dirty box, then they go at the gutter. And we're going at the gutter, we're in car. Obviously, they're going at the beach.
Sierra Leone is on the front line using less single-use plastics by introducing alternative packaging materials, which can also create jobs and wealth.
We're here to recycle because it has thousands waste coming in from washable pads and pampers into our country. So with our business, it has an opportunity to knock down thousands of tons of plastic off our community.
As you can see, we crystal clear with transitioning from plastic to reusable plastic.
Okay, so we are one of the first cohorts, so the early adopters of the scheme, and we are committed to drastically reducing or eliminating plastic use in our businesses.
Although there is still a long way to travel, Go Circular Week shows Sierra Leone is on its way to a better future without plastic pollution.
(2024). That was a lot done, but there's still more to be done. I'd now like to call on Mr. Ali Jallo from the World Bank to tell us what they plan for 2025. We have a 2025 project. Let's put our hands together for him.
Go Circular. Go Circular. So, interestingly, like, I participated in a radio program, and like, the guy was asking, this Go Circular thing, is it only about this week? I said no, but we want to make this week the loudest week of all the weeks we've been working. We want people to become very much aware about the opportunities that are actually associated with circularity. Today, we are here to launch Go Circular Week 2025. That is to say, having launched this activity officially, we will continue the engagement right through this week and even after. Tomorrow, which is the 21st, we will also be here at Radisson, kind of increasing the movement. They are our kings and queens, make no mistake. When you talk about the recyclers, you talk about the waste management collectors. These people are the anchor of circularity. We appreciate them, and we want to see how we can galvanize and make sure together we create a formidable movement on circular economy. So tomorrow we'll be here to actually get all of them together, support them, launch their national associations tomorrow. And I'm sure that particular will kind of create a platform for them to be talking to one another, exchange their issues, and probably see how we can together come up with a better solution. Because make no mistake about it, we've been talking about waste management for years, but we are still experiencing the same thing. So let's be talking about new initiatives. So we want to see the association moving forward as a team in addressing our challenges. That is for tomorrow, on the 21st. Well, you heard previous speakers actually saying that we are not oblivious that this problem is not kind of diverse, but we want to kind of be focused on issues that are related to marine tourism. So on Monday, on the 24th, we had some staggering data that we have something like 42 million pieces of plastics being generated from the tourism sector. So on Monday, the 24th, is called the Tourism Day. We'll be engaging our hotels, our restaurants, our bars, our beach bars, to see how we can incentivize the process of plastic reduction. We couched it as a green living reward. We are in strong partnership with National Tourist Board and the Environment Protection Agency. These two institutions are regulating the tourism, the hotels. So we've worked out a plan how to encourage them to move away from these single-use plastics and also incentivize the particular process. So on Monday, the 24th, we'll be also discussing that particular aspect. On Tuesday, there is also another arm on the issues of circular nature. We're working with coastal communities. We'll be having a roundtable discussion on some other turning issues. For example, if we say we succeeded in cleaning the beach, but what will happen to the sand? The sand could be attracted to extraction. People will say, okay, this sand is clean, let's go for it. So we want to also discuss possible solutions. Talk to people that are in the alternative sector. What can we do to minimize sand mining in this country? We've heard stories of people living in our beach saying, okay, this is where our livelihood is. What can we do with coastal communities to ensure that we also find a pathway in addressing their livelihoods? So that particular discussion will be held also at Sarah Palms on Tuesday. On Wednesday, we have this idea of catching people young. So we've discovered, and we are still discovering other sectors. The schools, we want to see, don't make mistake about it, the school is a pointer of waste generation. There are so many schools with no waste management practices, good practices. So we've started with about 7 schools, which we are piloting circular schemes. So on that day, we'll also be introducing them to what we refer to as composting, right? Composting. I mean biodegradable waste. Some after food waste, after eating, back, it goes. So we want to encourage them, introduce them to these techniques. It's all part of circularity, right? You get your organic waste, you convert to compost, and then you can get back to agriculture. So this is all circularity. So the amount of waste that ends in the landfill is very minimal, right? So that will be done on Wednesday. On Thursday, as the 27th, we have our plastic leadership platform. That's a platform where we have public policy makers, we have the private sector, sit in one room and discuss the issue